What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to do a 2-bucket wash of a Lexus ISF. Shout out to my boy Hodge for bringing it by, letting us use it for the video. So we're going to do a 2-bucket wash. I'm going to go step by step to show you all how to do a proper 2-bucket wash and the benefits of doing a 2-bucket wash, especially if you're getting ready to do paint correction or if you're doing it right after you finish some paint correction. Stick around, stay tuned. Here we go. Alright YouTube, before we get started, I'm going to go over a couple of products I'm going to be using. All my cleaning agents are coming from Adams Polishes. I love that stuff. I love the company. The customer service is great. That's pretty much all the car wash products / chemicals I use. I also have Adam Polishes towels. That's some Adam and a couple towels from the Rad Company. TheRadCompany.com, great customer service, excellent towels. I'm not getting paid to say any of this. This is not an endorsement video. These are just the products I like, I use, so don't judge me on them. We're going to use the Adam Polishing Washing Wax, the Ultra Foam Shampoo from Adam Polishes, and the regular car shampoo. We're going to put them in a foam cannon, do our first step. We're also going to use some wheel cleaner, tire cleaner, the all-purpose cleaner that I use for exhaust tips, and we're going to use some glass cleaner. Alright, we'll go ahead and get the buckets filled up. Remember, for a 2-bucket wash, you want to have grit guards in both buckets. You want to have one bucket with soapy water, and you want to have the other bucket with clean water, clean fresh water. You have the grit guard in both, so that way each time you go in each bucket, you rub your cleaning pad, whatever you're using to clean your car, across the grit guard to make the grit fall out of the guard, which subsequently falls to the bottom of the bucket, and the grit guard keeps you from picking that up, which will put scratches in your car if you don't. So I'm going to go ahead and get the buckets filled up and we'll get to it. Alright YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to keep stopping the video for each part. I'm just going to wash the car. Pay attention to each step. I'm also going to add commentary and write it over top of the video explaining each step. So here we go. Got to get my wheel cleaner spray first. Correction, my wheel cleaner spray nozzle. Alright guys, so the first step is going to be just rinsing off the car. If you don't have a pressure washer, it's not needed for this step. It's just getting off all the loose dirt, debris, dust, small particles that can put the scratches in your paint. You want to always do this before you wash your car, whether you're using a foam cannon, foam gun, or you're just going to do a hand 2-bucket wash. You always want to rinse the car first. I'm filling up the foam cannon. I'm getting ready to foam the car. And I don't get since I'm using an electric pressure washer, I'm not going to say I don't get a lot of foam. I don't get as much foam as I would like, but it works for me. I'm using a little cheap Amazon foam cannon. I don't see a need to go buy a $70 foam cannon. So this is what I use. Spray my wheel cleaner on there. This wheel cleaner smells horrible, but very, very effective. Works very well. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but once the foam hits the wheel and the wheel reacts to the iron and the brake dust, it turns purple. So just spray the car off with the foam cannon from top to bottom. Coat it real well. You can coat it as many times as you want. And the purpose of this is to pull off all loose contaminants, anything that can come off without cleaning the car or using elbow grease. So that pretty much got off. The foam pretty much pulled off dirt and grime and dust that the regular pressure washer and water didn't pull off. The suds pulled that off. Now before you start the actual washing of the car with the wash mitt, you want to rinse the car off. Remember, you always rinse from top to bottom. That never changes whether you're doing a 2-bucket wash, a single bucket wash. No matter what kind of wash, you always go from top to bottom. Now at this point, we're ready to grab the wash mitt and wash the car. Remember, you gotta have the 2 buckets for a 2-bucket wash. You can't have one. That makes no sense, or what we call a 2-bucket wash. You always wash the car from top to bottom, and you always want to do the top half of the car first. Top half is, I'm not gonna say less dirty,
doesn't have as many bonded contaminants to the top half of the car as the bottom half does. So just make sure you go from top to bottom, and every time that I rinse off or want to add more soap to the wash mitt, you have to rinse it off in the clean bucket first, rub it against the grit guard, let the grit fall to the bottom. When you put it in the soap bucket, you want to rub it against the grit guard as well. And that just is pretty much another layer of protection from scratching your car with the grit. It's in the wash mitt. So remember, go from top to bottom, all the way around the car. I normally don't leave the buckets on one side of the car. I left them there for demonstration purposes. And that's how I do a 2-bucket wash. Now when it comes to doing the wheels, you never want to use the same wash mitt that you use on the paint of your car. It's not going to work. It's not a good idea. So just grab a different wash mitt. One is dedicated for wheels and tires, and pretty much do the same method for the wheels and tires. When that's all done and you're satisfied with your wash, come back, pretty much rinse the car again from top to bottom, because that never changes, and just give it a thorough rinse. Now a lot of people don't pay attention to the type of towel they're using when they dry their cars, and that's where a lot of people make a mistake, and that's where a lot of people get scratches put in their car. Drying the car is the most dangerous part of washing the car, because that's where you have the most opportunities to put scratches in the car. Remember, you want to dry from top to bottom. You want to use a soft towel that is very absorbent. You don't want to use the little cheap towels where if you drag your hand across it, the little cheap microfiber / plastic is catching the palm of your hand. So make sure you're using a decent drying towel. Like I said, I'm using the Rad Company's Platinum Pluffle. I like it towel. It's a semi-waffle weave, and I also use the Adams Polish's Great White Drying Towel, which is also a waffle weave. They say the waffle weave towels are the best for drying a car. I don't have anything to counter that statement. That's what I like using. It works for me, holds a lot of water. Perfect for my car when I drive my Audi Q5, which is ceramic coated, so it doesn't hold a lot of water anyway.
Alright YouTube, I'm done. I did the full 2-bucket wash on this car off camera. I did shine the wheels with Adam Polish's Tire Shine, and I used a separate towel than my drying towel to dry off the wheels. The towel I was using to dry the car was a Platinum Pluffle from the Rad Company. Love that towel, super absorbent, super plush. Pretty hard to damage your paint using a towel of that caliber. Did a 2-bucket wash on this car. We got a full cut and buff coming up on it next. Stay tuned for that video. And that's pretty much the basics of a 2-bucket wash. People are going to say I did it wrong. Some people do it different. The basics were there. Fresh water, soapy water, grit guards, just so you don't put that grit, keep that grit in the wash pad, scratching up your vehicle. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what you did like in the comments below. And look forward to more detailing videos, how-to videos. Hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we have the full cut and buff coming up to ISF later. Stay tuned.